The struggle of sprinting excellence around the globe has at last commenced. Nothing more exciting than the competition we are about to see at this year's Paris Olympic Games. No stage brighter, no fan base bigger, no gold medal more sought for. Following an odd and rather sad Olympics held during the COVID-19 epidemic in Tokyo in 2021, the 2024 Paris Games are at last here. The Olympics is it if you are at least familiar with the single best moments attained in track and field. This is the time to show up and compete with the best in the world. Among the major events with some of the highest firepower in the sport nowadays is most definitely the 100 meters. For all the track buffs, here is a major trivia question. In the 100, how many female sprinters have ever earned 3 gold medals? Spend some time thinking about the choices. The response is 0, really. There have only been 4 people who have won 2 Olympic medals over the history of the Games. None has ever been able to reach that enchanted 3rd title in the 100. Wyoming Atias from the US won this title twice in the 1960s. Gail Beavers won this historic double in the 90s. Over the past 4 Olympic cycles, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce and Elaine Thompson-Herah have been a Jamaican athlete absolutely dominating this event, from 2008 up to 2021. Male athlete Usain Bolt from 2008 through 2016 broke the Olympic record twice, and then clutched up during the Rio Games for a 3rd title. The only athlete to ever achieve absolutely beastly three-peat. You must not only be the best in the world, but also know how to fight against Father Time personally, and avoid injuries if you are to win 3 titles. Since the sprinting terrain just unfolds with talent, reaching the top of the world in sprinting is already an immensely difficult challenge. But to bring home 3 golds is simply a very different degree of excellence. Furthermore, we have a collision of 2 greats right now with almost opposite histories and racing strategies that in one way or another will inevitably produce something historic at this year's Paris Olympic Games. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce from Jamaica here is Sha'Carri Richardson, one U.S. athlete from Jamaica, one athlete just rising to be the fastest in the world, another seasoned legend about to leave the sports scene. Sha'Carri Richardson is the fastest woman in the world right now in 2024. She is the defending world champion. This season, she is ranked number 1 with a PR of 10.71 seconds. She also ran what many consider to be the single fastest relay split of all time in last year's World Finals, surpassing even the very fast Shericka Jackson in the 4x100m finals. Sha'Carri's racing this season has been absolutely remarkable right now. She has reached what many would regard to be a nearly untouchable level in the women's 100. She also currently has an undefeated record this year and races quite brilliantly every time. For Sha'Carri Richardson, however, many view her Olympic debut as a possible vulnerability. Regarding Olympic experience, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce comes into play here as, from what I know, she is the best sprinter of all time right now, in addition to having the most experience in this discipline. Fraser-Pryce has been among the most consistent and definitely dominant sprinting athletes between 2008 and 2024. She has won 2 Olympic medals in the 100, 5 world medals in the 100, and other world championships and Olympic medals in other events ranging from the 200m up to the 4x100m relay. And she has also sprinted under 10.7 seconds more than any other female in track history. She has actually 9 of the 21 sub-10.7 clockings in track history, if we examine the complete list of all the sub-10.7 clocking. Pryce is in a position right now to maybe be the first female sprinter to ever win 3 individual 100-meter Olympic medals. And should she do this, I doubt it would even be a matter of debate if she were the GOAT going forward. We are discussing a borderline fact here. However, in order for this Jamaican woman, who is 37 years old, to achieve her goal of reaching the top of the podium, she will need to achieve nothing less than perfection. Her start is one of the most crucial aspects of her race, and she will need to bring it to the track with nearly perfect execution. To say that Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is the best starter in the history of the women's 100-meter dash is not something that I believe to be an exaggeration. She is literally a rocket when she gets out of the starting blocks, which is why she is called Pocket Rocket. She is extremely difficult to challenge over the first 60 seconds of the race. In point of fact, one of the aspects of her racing career that is more often overlooked is the fact that she actually has the fastest 60 split of all time in the women's 100. She managed to split a time of 6.81 seconds through the opening 60 during the 2019 World Championships in Doha, Qatar. In the history of the women's 100, this split is significantly faster than anything else that has ever been accomplished. This world record is faster by more than 1/10 of a second, and it is even faster than the current indoor world record over the 60-meter race. In fact, it is even faster than the current world record. Therefore, in order for Price to be successful in this race in Paris, she absolutely needs to execute to perfection. If she is able to achieve a score that is even remotely close to 6.81, she will undoubtedly be difficult to defeat. In point of fact, Sha'Carri Richardson will need to get off to a strong start in order to triumph at the Olympic Games this year. That is really all there is to it. As a result of this poor beginning, she came dangerously close to not even making it to the finals of the World Championships that took place the previous year during the semifinals. In spite of this, she managed to pull it all together during the finals, breaking through the 60-meter mark in 6.94 seconds, and she finished like a train over the remainder of the 40-meter race. In the event that Sha'Carri is unable to get off to a strong start, there is a chance that another athlete will sneak in and win the gold medal. Julianne Alfred, who hails from St. Lucia, is yet another athlete who has a genuine opportunity to achieve greatness, despite the fact that Fraser-Pryce has the most impressive resume coming into this competition. Alfred, who is currently the number 2 seed heading into Paris and is the reigning world champion in the indoor 60-meter event from this season, has a remarkable opportunity to earn St. Lucia's very first Olympic medal in the history of the Olympics. And in addition to that, there is the possibility that she will win a gold medal. The most recent race that Alfred competed in was the Diamond League meeting that took place in Monaco this year. She finished with a time of 10.85, which was a very impressive performance considering the fact that she was competing against very talented competitors. But the wind that she ran through actually makes this performance even more significant. This is because, with a simple adjustment to the wind using Jonas Marika's calculator, this performance comes out to a time of 10.78. which is one of the few performances that could be displayed in any way that is less than 10.8 during this season. In point of fact, Sha'Carri Richardson's competition with Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is an extremely exciting matchup, and it is without a doubt that watching both of them compete will be one of the most impressive aspects of the Olympic Games that will take place this year. However, in addition to Julianne Alfred from St. Lucia, we also have Melissa Jefferson from the United States, Shericka Jackson from Jamaica, who has been steadily improving and was the silver medalist in the 100-meter dash the previous year, and Tia Clayton from Jamaica, who is on the rise, Marie-Josée Toulouse from the Ivory Coast, and Tanisha Terry from the United States. All of these athletes have a history of accomplishments and have something to prove in Paris. It would appear that Sha'Carri is currently in a better position than anyone else. When we take a look at all of the various websites, we find that Sha'Carri is the one that comes out on top pretty easily the majority of the time. According to Let's Run, she is currently the favorite to win, with an odds ratio of 80% to do so. She is also the favorite on other betting websites, and many experts believe that even if she does get off to a poor start, she is able to finish strong. It is therefore reasonable to assume that in order to challenge Sha'Carri, someone will need to have an exceptional race. I am going to now hand over this last question to each and every one of you. Which athlete do you believe will emerge victorious in the women's 100-meter dash at the Olympic Games this year? Thanks to everyone who watched, and until we meet again, I'll see you all again soon.